everybody. So continuing on with core work, seems like that's a pretty popular topic these days. I saw my video on core work was watched quite a bit. So this time we're going to do a planking core series. It's a lot better on your back, and it actually forces you to hug up and in a little bit more than doing it on your back does. So we're going to start with high push-up plank to low push-up, forearm plank, and do some sequences there. A little bit of what I call mountain climbing, not mountain climber, arm balance, but a little bit of calisthenic type work to kind of get tuned into the abdominal muscles in particular. A little bit of kicking up too to kind of get the low back and the back body and the glute muscles involved as well. So we're going to start in tabletop. Coming onto all fours, spread your fingers wide so you can get a lot of surface area here. And you want to take your hands out a little bit further than shoulder distance. So my pinky fingers brush the edge of my mat. Then take your knees directly under your hips and tuck your toes under here. Gives you added stability. Take an inhale, lift your chest and your chin, roll your shoulders back, tailbone lifts. Exhale, press away from the floor or into the floor and bring your chin to your chest, suck your navel up as much as you can. Inhale, drop your belly back down. Cow pose. Exhale, curl it in. Cat stretch. Let's do one more. Inhale, draw through. And exhale, round. Good. Now to add on here, spinal balance. Extend your right leg, optional left arm. So working on drawing up and in here as you press through your back heel and keeping your low back even so you don't have that big saddle in your back, right? So pull your belly in, nice flat back, trying to create a tabletop here with your leg and your arm extended. Take a full breath in, exhale, round, cat stretch, pull your knee in, inhale, extend, exhale, round. Good, one more cycle. Press out, thumb up, press through your heel, exhale, curl. Good, switching sides now. That right arm and left leg given a break. Extend your left leg behind you and stretch through your right arm, thumb up. Inhale here, exhale, curl in. Good, so you're feeling your way through this, pressing out through your limbs and then hugging in at your core. Engage here. Good, inhale, extend, last time. Exhale, round. Good, coming back to the center. Let's do a cat and cow again. So inhale, cow stretch. Exhale, cat stretch. Good. So coming back to that spinal balance with your right leg, keep your arms on the ground this time, bend your right knee. So we're gonna get our back body muscles as well as our glute muscles and our hamstrings involved here. So you're just gonna pulse. 5, 4, 3, belly pulled in, 2, 1. Good, now curl it in, take an inhale. Exhale, cow stretch, heel to head, right? As if. Inhale and exhale, curl. Good, inhale, press your heel up, 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 little cow stretch. Inhale here, exhale, curl, curl, curl. Release. Good, go right to the other side. Extend, bend. Good, and getting ready to pulse. For 5, 4, 3, straight up. 2, belly is in, 1. Good, now all the way up, take an inhale. Imagine touching the back of your head. Exhale, press into the floor, curl it in. Good. Inhale, bring it back up. Imagine you're gonna touch, squeeze your bum. Exhale, curl it through. Good, last time. Inhale, reach back, cow pose. Exhale, stretch. Awesome job. Rest in child's pose for a moment. Big toes touch, knees are wide, and extend your arms and your torso along the mat, resting your elbows. Inhale, soft belly. Exhale, draw your navel to your spine. Good. So now that we've gotten a bit warmed up with our back body and our core muscles in the front here, we're going to progress onto the plank and do our sequence for high plank, forearm plank, and so on. We're going to even roll to side plank and some fancy stuff, okay? So these are short sets. We're going to do 3 sets and then rest in child's pose in between. Stay with me. You can always pause the video, right, and then come back. Just make sure you complete both sides. All right, so coming out to high push-up. You can always start on your knees here. I'm going to show that first. So getting the surface area just like we did for tabletop. Coming into high push-up. Making sure that you're pulling your legs into your hips. Your shoulders are over your wrists. And then bring your knees down if you like. You can start right here. This is perfect. You just want to press into the floor, right? So you're not dumping, right? Press into the floor. Draw your belly in. Good. You can do one leg. That's great, especially if you're building strength. You can do 2 legs for a breath, right? And then come back to 1 leg or 2 legs on the ground. Just stay with me and modify it as you would like, all right? So we're going to do a 5 count. Pressing away from the floor. Draw up and draw in. 4. 3, stay with me. 2, shaking is good. Press away from the floor. 1. Good. Now come down onto your right forearm and left forearm. It's the same thing here. You can bring your knees down, 1 or both knees, right? Or you can stay up. Here's our 5 count. Now rocking is awesome here. 4. You feel the muscles here at your ribs. 3. Almost there. 2. And 1. Good. So that was our first set, you guys. You did it. Not that bad, right? Let's come into child's pose. And while we're in child's pose, go ahead and tuck your fingers into your palms and take a moment to stretch the backs of your hands, just pressing one hand further than the other, back and forth, just releasing your forearm a little bit, your extensor muscles there, and the back of your hand. Good, one more breath. Good, now this second set I'm gonna do on my fists, okay? Make sure you don't tuck your thumb in. Thumb out helps with stability. You want this flat part of your knuckles on the mat. So if you have any trouble with the flexion of your wrist, knuckles is great all the time, but it also works different muscles in your arms. So I'm just gonna show that here. And fingers not tucked into your palm, that's gonna hurt, right? So just kind of laying there so there's no pressure of fingernail on flesh. And when you're ready, coming out to high push-up. And again, modify as needed, right? So we've got a 5 count. Press away from the floor. Hug up and in. 4. Shoulders on your back. 3. Keep your neck long. 2. Hug your legs up. Last breath here. Awesome, shaking is good. Left forearm and right forearm. This time, thumb's gonna be up. Okay, so think about karate chopping something here with your arms. Just a different place in your arms so you can rock. We're at 4. 3, rocking forward. Rocking back. 2. And 1. Awesome, coming down and resting in child's pose. So maybe your chest is released enough that you can rest on one ear here in child's pose. And letting your heart melt a little bit. Good. Maybe resting on the other ear. So work when it's time to work, and rest when it's time to rest. Let your body rest, let your mind rest. One more breath here. Good, and coming up. So this is where we're gonna add the side plank. So this is like our third set. We're gonna do forearm to side plank, both sides, and then the little mountain climbers I mentioned. Then for the last thing, we're gonna put it all together. I don't know who the mastermind is that thinks up all this crazy stuff. Blame them, right? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna come out to forearm plank, going right into it. Spread your fingers wide, so no karate chop this time, right? So spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, maybe lift your knees if you like. Good, so we're gonna roll to the right. That right arm is out there, left hand at your hip, breathe. Reach your arm up if you like. Reach your leg up if you like. Good thing the wall's there for me, right? So it's nice to have some support there as needed. Get your drishti going. Good, time to roll to the other side. Roll right through the middle and onto the left side. Set your eyes, set your drishti. Reach if you like. Lifting your top hip as best as you can. Good, back to the center. And then roll to the right. Breathe. Good, roll to the left. Breathe. Come to the center. Here's our mountain climbers. Knee, 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 knee. 4, 5, 4, 3. Keep your butt down if you can. 2, and 1. And rest. Woo! That was awesome, you guys. Let it out. Good. Puppy pose if you like. Bringing your chest forward. Think about melting your heart. Maybe your forehead's on the mat. Maybe your chin. Good. Send your tailbone up. So tuck your toes so you can send your tailbone up to the ceiling. Good. And slowly release back to child's pose. And slowly round up. Good, so we're gonna put everything together. This is the full Monty, if you will, right? All of it, everything. So we're gonna start out with high push-up, and we're gonna go high push-up to forearm, and then we're gonna go back to high push-up to side plank, and then we're gonna go back to forearm to side plank, forearm, and do the mountain climbers. All right. Here we go. High push-up to begin with. All right, for 5, 4, 3, hug it in, 2, 1. Go to full side plank or go to forearm side plank. You decide. For 5, 4, you got this. 3, 2, and 1. Back to high push-up, and then roll to the left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to high push-up. Come on to the forearms. Rock. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm side plank. We got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to forearm and roll to the left. We got this for 5, 4, hug your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Back to forearms. Here's our mountain climbers. Knee, knee, all the way in. Knee for 5, 4, 3, breathe it. 2, And 1, awesome. And rest. This time in embryo, so knees together. Curl your spine, roll your shoulder blades off your back, and rest. Awesome. All right, you guys, you should feel really, really warm in your midsection, probably your arms too, and you know you're doing it right. If you actually feel like your legs are a little tired, that hugging into your core, all roads lead to the navel. So even though you think, oh, I'm just working my core, right? I should feel it here. When you're doing it correctly, you feel it in your limbs as well. And of course, we were resisting a lot of gravity through our limbs, through our bones. So great work, everybody. More to come. Namaste.